London is not reeling. A city that weathered Nazi bombs pushes back against fear. The first reports of an incident in London emerged Saturday evening. Within hours, cable news channels were saturated with the all-too-familiar loop of panicked faces, desperate crowds scurrying for safety and scowling, heavily armed police. On Sunday morning, the New York Times said the latest terrorist attack in London had targeted a nation still reeling from a suicide bombing in Manchester last month. On Sunday, some Londoners started pushing back against the notion that their city, if not their country, was trembling in fear. They had a simple message. London is not reeling. Their resistance was epitomized by an image that has been shared more than 26,000 times, showing a British man casually holding a pint as he joins others fleeing the scene of Saturday night's attack. Steely resilience in the face of unforgiving tragedy is considered a fixture of British patriotism, according to the popular narrative. That defiant love of country was forged amid the Nazi bombing campaigns of World War II, the narrative goes, a period in which ordinary Londoners kept their chins up as death rained from above. British social media users were quick to remind the world of that courageous spirit in the wake of Saturday's attack. Keep calm and carry on, the popular World War II mantra that came to define the city's resolute character, was quickly resurrected online. In a statement posted on Twitter, London Mayor Sadiq Khan said he was appalled by the horrific attack but noted that London will never be cowed by terrorism. Police say the attack began when a van targeted pedestrians on London Bridge before the vehicle's occupants exited with knives and began stabbing people on the street and in nearby bars and restaurants. According to the Washington Post's Griff Witt, Carla Adam and Rick Nowak. The attack occurred less than 2 weeks after a suicide bomber struck at the end of an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, killing 22 and injuring 116, many of them young girls. We had to pull nails out of children's faces. Homeless men helped after Manchester blast. London Metropolitan Police Commissioner Cressida Dick confirmed that 7 people were killed in the Saturday rampage. The 3 attackers were fatally shot by police about 8 minutes after authorities were alerted, the Post reported. The London Ambulance Service earlier said it had taken at least 48 patients to 5 hospitals across London. As doctors and nurses tended to the wounded, police carried out raids in the East London neighbourhood of Barking. A dozen people were arrested, police said. Prime Minister Theresa May blamed the attack on the evil ideology of Islamist extremism, and promised a review of Britain's counter-terrorism laws. As authorities continue their investigation, some residents are calling for calm. On his blog, Owen Jones, a writer and Guardian columnist, penned a post emphasizing that terrorism's success is dependent upon its impact. Jones said he was sharing a drink with friends when 3 hate-filled murdering terrorists attacked his city. As news of the attack spread, he wrote, people continued for many hours to laugh, chat, drink and dance. Not because they didn't care, he pointed out, but because they intended to carry on their lives after checking on their loved ones. What would have been the alternative, he wrote. For London's pubs, bars, restaurants, clubs to all empty as their patrons fled home in terror? To bolt their doors. To stay inside. To venture outside only when necessary. Eyeing suspiciously everything and anything?